So I'm here with William from WMD at Superbooth. Going to check out the Aperture Filter performance mixer. Will, do you want to take us through stuff?
Sure, absolutely. So this is our new Aperture Filter. It's a variable bandpass. So 4 poles on the high pass side, 4 poles on the low pass side. You can change the width of the filter with this knob. You can change the overall frequency with this knob. You can see the LEDs at the top track and help you see what's happening. It will self-oscillate. And let's bring this up. There it is. Forgot to have the sequence running. Yep. So it'll self-oscillate on the low pass side, on the high pass side, and there's the spread.
So you can create these sort of dual oscillator style tones with both sides.
Yeah, it'll do some FM style tones and yeah, dual oscillator, really nice sounding. It tracks 1 volt per octave.
So then the width control becomes very much like almost like an interval control between the two as they spread apart.
Yes, exactly. So they're really far. Getting really close there.
Definitely getting that sort of FM-like clang out of
absolutely, absolutely. So, and then you can turn the feedback up, and it'll get a little bit nastier, or change the tone completely to a single oscillator, kind of the center frequency.
So is the switch 2 different styles of feedback?
Yeah, one has a lot more gain and is negative feedback. The other is positive feedback with less gain. That's a little bit more controllable. So if we turn up the input, so this is a little signal from the gamma wave. It sounds like this dry. Whoops, sorry. So that's our input signal. And then bring the width down. So there's the center band peeking out.
Right, between the two.
Yeah.
So both as a dual oscillator style sound source and a filter, it sounds stunning. It really is something that stood out this year as a sort of big thing of excitement, I think, from now. Is that shipping now? Is that ready to go?
It is shipping. We just shipped everything. Shipped about a couple hundred units 2 weeks ago. No, 1 week ago.
All right, great. So you've got that running into the performance mixer. Sort of second. Is this the next module coming from you guys?
We're hoping this is the next module that'll be out. I've got a few bugs to work out, a few more feature things to play around with, make sure that it's really perfect for what we're trying to do. The concept is you've got a whole bunch of modular, you have things like drum modules, all this stuff that you want to mix, and you can do it in a way that lets you not take a Mackie with you and still gives you voltage control and lets you change parts really quickly. So you can take a large set of modular and make it very playable without having to turn knobs, and it's very visual and very immediate. Like, you don't need a manual for this, ideally.
Yeah. Well, it looks, so we've got, you say voltage control, is that over pan and level? How are the channels laid out?
So this one has voltage control over every level, and it has voltage control pan on 2 channels right now. So and then these act as attenuators. So if you pull this, you run an envelope into it. So it doesn't add with it, so you can use it as a quick attenuator for voltage control.
Yeah, so mixer, or even just a bank of output VCAs that you can take a mix out of as well.
Yes, exactly.
Do we have sends return for running effects modules?
This one has 1 aux send, it's a post fade, and then it has a Q system which goes to this headphone output with a Q mix knob that lets you cue something up before you bring it live. Yep.
Yeah.
Pre-fade solo on a separate aux.
Yeah, brilliant. And lastly, I'm aware that this is sort of going to change, but the sound source we heard was the new gamma wave source. Can you just tell us about a version 2 coming out?
The version 2, I wanted it to be a whole lot of crazy stuff, and then that's what this version is, but we're stripping it back down. I want to bring the price point back to where it was originally, just fix some of the weirdness of it, and make it no longer quantized, make you able to have both effects cascadable with a much better user interface. So same sound. Doing more required changing the character of it, which we didn't want to do. So
is that sort of back end of the year sort of project or an ongoing thing?
We're working on it. Our engineer is figuring out the source code, making sure everything really works on it as intended, and so the users have a better experience with the module once it's done.
Yeah, which is the core thing.
So we're hoping by the end of the year.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely, thank you.